Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now, including today. Apple reportedly has killed their cheap, more affordable Apple TV device. It was supposed to be a stick. They're killing it because they think it will cheapen the brand. We'll tell you what this means and who's reporting this. Verizon is reportedly close to a deal to buy Frontier. It could happen as soon as today. Who knows? It's a tough thing with these videos. Once I post them, they're there. It could have already happened before you even see this video. I'll have the full details, and you can find out updates at CordCarsNews.com. And cable TV companies are continuing to lose millions of subscribers, but the numbers get even scarier from there. These stories and a lot more, and I do mean there's a lot more today, coming up in a quick second. If you want to find a link to any of these stories, check out the show notes, and in the first pinned comment, pull links to every story I talk about here, so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. Leave me a comment. I want to hear from you. If you're new here, help us out. Consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up, doing one or both. Lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow, hopefully helping you break free from the high costs of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. Apple is reportedly killing off its affordable Apple TV stick. Now, we've heard reports of this for years, but we have a report out there from Gurman, from Bloomberg, Mark Gurman to be exact, who has said Apple marketing reportedly has killed the idea of a few years ago, I believe. They felt it was too down market / cheap and wanted to keep the box premium. Not surprised by Apple. Apple has a long history of wanting everything to be premium. Anybody remember the Apple display stand for your monitor that was like crazy expensive? So I can completely see marketing saying, that's pretty cool, the Apple TV, but we want to get rid of it. Let's be honest, the Apple TV in the market is overkill. If all you're doing is streaming Netflix, there's so much storage and so much power, it doesn't need that much. As many people see, Fire TVs, Roku's, Google TVs, far less powerful, far less expensive, a lot cheaper, but it allows them to do everything they want to do. Apple wanted to be able to better compete with Roku, Fire TV, and Google by offering a cheaper, more affordable device. But it seems that marketing has decided that that was not the right one. Gurman seems to also agree. He said, completely wrong move given the importance of content subscriptions over box hardware. I have to imagine they're rethinking that. So maybe it's not dead, but for now, according to Bloomberg, the cheaper, more affordable Apple TV device is not coming back. It's gone. Would you buy an Apple TV with it change your mind? Increasingly, Roku has AirPlay. A lot of Apple users are shunning the more expensive Apple TV and going to cheaper Roku's and Fire TVs. But Apple TVs are great devices with a dedicated and very vocal, I hear ya, fan base. I think a cheaper one would help them out a lot, but unfortunately it's not there. I will say Apple did recently fix one of the main complaints I had about the Apple TV and many people. The old touch remote was just awful. It was an awful remote. It was kind of a solution looking for a problem. It just didn't really solve anything. It created new problems. Going back to the more traditional D-pad with buttons on it, I think it was a smart move by Apple. But unfortunately, I think for a lot of people, once you get locked into a Roku, Fire TV, or Google TV, switching over to Apple, switching between them even, a lot of people just don't want to. Hey, Fire TV works great for me. Roku works great for me. I'm not switching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. All right, Verizon is reportedly in talks to buy Frontier Communications, the largest independent provider of fiber in the United States. This comes after reports that everybody from T-Mobile and all kinds of others were looking at buying them. Well, now, according to reports, Verizon is going to do it, and as soon as today, according to a report from the Wall Street Journal. Frontier did recently report $1.48 billion in revenue, a 2.1% jump year over year. Now, Frontier did report a net loss with that, though. That was revenue in, but with expenses, they lost $123 million in the second quarter of 2024. They were one of the few internet providers to add subscribers, it seems like, recently, adding 92,000 in the second quarter of 2024. Verizon's looking to expand its footprint, which is kind of funny because they, in the past, sold stuff from Verizon to Frontier. Now they're buying these markets back if this actually comes to become a reality. Now, a deal could be announced as soon as today, maybe even before you watch this video. Head over to CordCarsNews.com. But the Wall Street Journal seems pretty confident, and Bloomberg and others have also reported similar news, that this deal will happen. Now, will it get approved by regulatory people? We'll see. I think it's a lot easier to do deals like this now that there are things like 5G home internet, satellite, and other internet providers increasingly growing in many of these areas. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Are you a Frontier customer? What do you think of that? Oh, all right, let's keep moving along. Cable TV companies have lost 1.62 million customers in just the second quarter of 2024. That works out to be, if I remember correctly, like 20,000 subscribers a day across all cable TV providers. Now, we've heard this before, they'll just subscribe to like a YouTube TV, Hulu Plus, Live TV, Fubo. Well, according to Buffett Nathanson, who pulled these numbers together, live TV streaming services like YouTube TV only added 49,000. That means the vast majority of people canceling cable TV are not, like over 70% of them are not getting a live TV service. They're going to stuff like Prime Video, Netflix, Hulu, and other on-demand services rather than live TV. I've talked about this many times. If you're not a sports fan, you don't have a sports fan in your house, why are you paying for live TV? For the most part, it doesn't make sense, and you can always get an antenna for your locals. Keep an eye on this. We are on track for like 8 million new cord cutters in 2024. At some point, that's going to just make cable as we know it unsustainable. At what point is it just not profitable for all these cable networks? We've already had a handful shut down. I predict in the next year or two, we will see even more cable networks shut down as Warner Bros. Discovery, Fox, Disney, and others look at it and just say, this is not profitable. There is just not money here to justify the cost of this. Keep a very close eye on it. Cable TV companies losing tens of thousands of subscribers every single day is having a big impact on the cable networks, and probably a big part of why we're seeing DirecTV and Disney fighting right now. Speaking of DirecTV and Disney responds to DirecTV's what they call misrepresentation amid ongoing disputes. With this, the Walt Disney Company has come out and basically said, DirecTV is arguing that Disney won't let them do what they want to do. And according to Disney, they have offered DirecTV the ability to have an ESPN-focused sports-only package. Now we're in the war of words here. Basically what happens here is DirecTV wants one thing, Disney wants another. Obviously, they're not lining up. They're both blaming each other. DirecTV says Disney is at fault here. Disney says DirecTV is at fault. Who it is? Probably a little bit of both, to be honest. They both are trying to find ways to become profitable in this world of cord cutting, and it's becoming more and more difficult. It is very interesting to see the word of wars here. It seems like both sides are open to the idea of a small sports-only package. The devil's in the details here. Just because both sides are open to it doesn't mean both sides agree to how to do it, what the profit margins are, and what the limitations on it are. We'll see what happens, but it does seem like TV as we know it is changing. Whatever this deal someday, and there will be a deal someday between DirecTV and Disney, it'll probably dramatically change how TV looks right now. I'm very excited. This is a very tumultuous, it's a unsettled time in the world of television. It's a very late at night right now when I'm recording this. And no matter what happens here in the next 2 years, I will say this, in 5 years, TV as we know it today will look very different. I think at some point in our lifetimes, you won't have the middleman. If you want NFL football, you're going to go buy it from NFL. They're going to run their own streaming service. You're going to go buy it from the NBA. Maybe smaller sports will strike deals with places like Amazon and Apple. I just think live TV as we know it is a dying brand. And that dying will probably come a lot faster than we think it will. But we'll have to keep a close eye on this. Leave me a comment. Let me know, how long do you think TV as we know it, how long will there be cable TV left? There will come a day where it won't exist as we know it today. All right, 5G home internet could be coming to more millions of Americans in more rural areas. Thanks to the FCC's $9 billion in new funding, the FCC is investing with wireless companies to expand 5G coverage to more rural Americans, offer high-speed internet there. One of those things is going to take a long time for it to become a reality, but it is in the works. They are working to make that a reality. Look for 5G home internet to expand into rural America, where it's most needed, to be honest with you. All right, if you are a Max and a True TV fan, you're going to find MLB games. Warner Bros. Discovery has announced its September lineup of MLB games that will stream on both Max and air an alternate version on TBS. As TBS and True TV, as the two continue to become a sports network. In the past, these were drama and reality networks. Sports is what people are watching more. Warner Bros. Discovery is leaning into that. Look for more live sporting events on TBS and True TV going forward. And lastly, if you're a YouTube TV subscriber, you need some help, YouTube TV has launched a new help community. And I think this is a response to the growth of these communities on Facebook and Reddit and other places. Cord-cutting tech support on Facebook, our tech supporting group we run. But YouTube TV now has a community on their website where you can ask questions and other community members can answer your questions. You can also supply them feedback on the product and what you like about it and what you don't. If you have a question or you want to join this new YouTube TV help community, link in the show notes if you want to find out more there. Well, that's it for today. Take care. Be safe. Sorry about the tech issue in the middle. I'll talk to you all again real soon.